Recently, I've got this ESP32 tape board and I was looking to build something simple which can help me to understand the workflow of using this microcontroller board. After checking a few random projects on the internet, I ended with this: how to read humidity and temperature data using a DHT11 sensor. As I already had a DHT11 sensor along with my ESP32 board. But this article using Arduino IDE as its development framework. But I wanted to use ESP IDF, as ESP IDF is the official IoT development framework for ESP32 and other microcontroller board. And as it is an official development framework, I believe we'll get better support in long term for all our ESP32 project. So let's start with this. So in this video, we'll see how we can fetch humidity and temperature data using a DMT11 sensor and a ESP32 microcontroller board. To do this project, we need a couple of components like one ESP32 microcontroller board and one DHT11 temperature and humidity sensor. We need three jumper wires. These are male to female, and we also need one breadboard so that we can mount all these components and we can connect together everything. As we are going to use ESP IDF as our development framework, we need to install this one in our system, and to do that we can go to this particular link. I've already shared the link in the video description, and here you'll get two ways to install ESP IDF. Like one is according to the IDE which you are using, and another one is a manual installation depending upon the OS, which OS you are using. So in my case, I am using VS Code as my editor, and I use this particular method where they have put all the documentation how to do this step by step, and it's quite easy and self-explanatory. You can very easily do this. As I've already done this one, I've installed the ESP framework and configure everything properly, so I don't need to do this once again. Before jumping to the wiring of all the components, there are a few things we should understand about DHT11 sensor. It comes with three pins like signal, VCC and ground. So sometimes for all these three pins it has clearly mentioned which one is what, and in some cases it has printed a small s next to the signal pin and a small dash next to the ground, and this is the way you can able to figure out which pin is what. Here is the circuit diagram for ESP32 with our DHT11 sensor. So what we have done at here, we have taken the signal pin of DHT11 and connected that with one of the GPIO pin of ESP32. Here I have choose GPIO pin number 26. You can choose any other pin also. So then the second thing, the VCC pin of DHT11, we have connected that with one of the voltage input pin of ESP32, which is at here a 5 volt, and you can choose any other voltage input pin also for this purpose. Then the third, the ground pin of DHT11, we have connected that with one of the ground pin of ESP32. For this also you can choose any other ground pin of ESP32. So now it's time to jump to our code base, and this is our project code. So after installing and configuring our ESP IDF, you will get a project like this, where you'll get all this main.c and all these C project related files. Here, besides this main.c, we have another folder called IDF library. This ESP IDF library is a third-party library, and which we need in order to communicate to our DHT11 sensor. So before running this main.c file, we need to download and install this IDF component library. And to do that, we just need to jump to this particular URL where it has mentioned all the instructions how to download and how to configure this with your project. So it's pretty small set of instructions, which nothing complicated going at here, so you can easily do this. Then after doing all these things, we can see right now what we are doing in our main.c file. So this one also is pretty small, 20 lines of code, which has here we have 4 lines of code, 4 lines of code which is belong to including some header files. One, this is the standard C file, C header file, stdio.h, and these two header files belong to FreeRTOS, and this is DHT.h, which we are pulling from this ESP IDF component library. Then these two lines belong here. We have created two constants. One is in this constant we are storing the value which kind of DHT sensor it is, whether it's DHT11 or DHT22, because there is another kind of sensor also which is called DHT22. And this constant has the information of which ESP32 GPIO pin it has connected to. So this two piece of information we are passing at here to this particular function, and that's it. And this is inside the while loop, which we are calling every 2 seconds. um, we are executing every 2 seconds, and basically here we are printing the output. So that's it, and this is our app underscore main function, which is the entry point to our program. And from here we're creating a task, pre-RTOS task, and inside the task we are calling this particular function dst underscore test, and that's it. And all the magic is happening inside. And if you have set all the codes correctly, as I have shown, I'll share these codes inside the Git repository and share the URL in the video description. You can go and basically copy and paste all the codes into your projects. And if everything is right, then what we can able to do at here is like you can run this command idf.py flash monitor. So basically it will build the project and flash the thing into your ESP32 board. So let me do that one at here once again. I have already done, but I'm doing once again for this video, and let's do it. Because I have already run this command and build the project, it will take very less time. Okay, it's ready right now. It's pulling the data from the sensor and printing at here. this these are the output from our sensor. So currently in my room the humidity is 68.0% and temperature is 25 centigrade 25 degrees centigrade. So that's it. So every 2 seconds this line is getting print in this terminal, and that's how everything is working at here. So I hope you will find this video helpful and informative. And but still, if you have any doubt or confusion, you can drop those in below comment box, and we'll see you in next one. Thank you.